guys, Tony the Story Sass, and welcome to today's Smokers Panel Live. I think Val's gotta join us in a little bit because I just saw Val's post. But let me clean up my table. It's a mess. It's a mess. I was pretty sure that I ate antihistamine earlier today, but I couldn't prove it. But I don't want to like eat twice, so I don't know. I'm having a dilemma here. I get a little bit itchy throat, and from dry throat or whatever, and I just got to be clearing my throat a lot. So today is one of those days, Wednesday, before I go on vacation. So I will be going on vacation this weekend, and it's gonna last 2 weekends. Okay, so I'll be back on the 18th, no 19th, right? 17th Sunday, 18th, 19th, 20th. It will be the next house show. And today I am gonna smoke the Casa Cuevas Patrimonio. I don't know why. But I was looking at my humidor, and I was looking at a box, and it says Corojo, and all of a sudden I want to smoke Corojo. So Corojo it is. Corojo it is. All right, so today we do have some stuff to talk about, and announcements and stuff. So I will give a few minutes before I get to my topic. Get to my topic. And it will have something to do with some of the stuff I looked at. So I will get there. We'll get there. We will get there. There we go, Val. Val. Hey, Val.
Hey, what's up?
Let me get you on there, and let me light up a cigar, and we'll talk about a few stuff.
All right.
It's a weird weather week. I don't feel very good because of the weather, but I think that will do. It's fine.
Yeah, it's been nice by me. The wind flares up every now and then, but that's nothing unusual for the Chicagoland area. Been in
We've
a
been
high
having constant severe weather warnings.
Mm.
And then on top of that, we're getting I got some like notification from like the electric companies where they say your tree might fall off because of high wind and stuff like that. So we've been having a little bit of stuff. All right. So what do we got today? LFD cabinet number 5.
Yes. One of my favorite cigars.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It really is. I like it's bold, it's got nice depth to it. It starts out initially with a lot of pepper, then it lightens up a little bit for me. Mellows out a little woodsy, and I get a little, at times, maybe a light hint of leather and cherry.
Okay.
But yeah, it's I find it one of my really enjoyable cigars where I wish I could drink beer.
You can't.
I cannot drink beer. Cannot drink beer. I mean, not that I think this cigar is going to go well with beer, because I don't. It may, but it may have to be like a Guinness or something heavy, a good stout beer. But yeah, just being around people that when you go to sporting events or going to lounges, you're going to bars, and you know how many people are rustling up, say, hey, yeah, let me have an old fashioned, let me have a a whiskey sour. You know, let me have this or let me have that. Give me a beer. Give me a beer. Yeah, what kind of beer you want? Oh, let me have this or that.
Okay, so
It's a
just for
football
testing
season.
purposes, somebody in the chat room, please just throw a chat, just like a hi, so that I know the chat room is working. Just a chat, just a hi or something like that is fine. So one of the things I want to talk about is, remember I talked about the quality of the information that we get from the videos released recently. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I recently I saw another Instagram video, which I think I agree some of the things that he says, and I don't agree with some of the things he said. It's just a little bit out there. So I want to address this thing, and I hope that he sees this video because I don't want to directly kind of get him for it. So let me see if I can find that one, because I made a comment on it. And I said, "What the hell did I just watch?" You know, this is what I say. What the hell did I just watch? And then he was like, what did he said? Hold on. See if I can find it again. Because I think he responded and I responded again. But let's see if I can find it. It was a couple days ago. He might have blocked me already. Who knows? Comments. And well, maybe not. Maybe that was it. Oh no, okay. So I said, what in the world did I just listen to? And he said, too crazy. And I said, there are some things I agree and something I didn't. So I'm gonna let everybody listen to this one and see what you guys think. $15 cigar in front of an 8-figure CEO because he didn't understand what a shoulder does. Rapper unraveled, tobacco falling. Can you guys hear it? He didn't say anything, but I saw it in his face. Now look at the top of your cigar next time you have one.
I don't know.
The rounded cap beats the straight body. Let me make it louder. That is the shoulder. And here's what it actually does. The shoulder is where the wrapper leaf is carefully rolled and sealed. It is the structural anchor that holds your entire cigar together. If you cut below the shoulder into the straight body, you're cutting through the wrapper's anchor point. Nothing holds it together anymore, so it will just unravel. If you cut above the shoulder in the cap, the shoulder will stay intact and your cigar stays together. Use a sharp double-edged guillotine cutter. Avoid blunt cutters or single blade cutters. Those will ruin your cigar. And I see them very often in cigar lounges. Never use single blade cutters. Find the shoulder, cut just above it, staying in the cap. One confident motion, one confident cut. I learned this the hard way because I never asked anyone for the basics. But if you go to lounges, invest in a good cutter and your favorite lighter. Bring them with you. It signals you understand the ritual. That 8-figure CEO I was talking about, we met again a few months later. And this time I understood what the shoulder does. I cut it right and we talked for 2 hours. Cigars create connections worth more than money, but only if you don't destroy them before you light them. The shoulder is the anchor. Respect it, cut above it, and focus on what matters, which is the conversation in front of you. Okay. So the key is that he's talking about he met a 8-figure CEO. He cut his cigar, and obviously he cut over the cap, which he referred to it as a shoulder. And then the cigar unraveled, and then it says the CEO gave him a look, and they didn't talk after that. They, obviously the conversation didn't work well. And then he turned around and said, in order to avoid that, you should get a double guillotine cutter. Do not use a single blade. Do not use a blunt cutter, and never cut over the shoulder. It should always be a little bit above the shoulder. And then after that, he learned that. He went back, and the next time he saw the same CEO, apparently, this same CEO again, and he cut the cigar correctly, and this time they have a conversation for 2 hours. Okay, that's the summary of what I got. Okay, if I'm wrong, let me know. Now, I can agree that if you cut too deep, you gotta unravel your cigar. It's not gonna be a good day. That I get. Okay, I agree. I don't agree, however, a single blade cutter is anywhere near not good enough to cut. Okay, especially they sell those. Recently, I've seen like they sell those blade color. It's just like a knife that you're supposed to fold it and cut it. That's a single blade.
Yeah.
And that thing is sharp as crazy, motherfucker. If you put your finger in there, your finger's falling off. Okay, so I don't agree that single blade cutter is anywhere not good enough. Okay, I also don't agree that a 8-figure CEO who's talking to you saw you screwed up your cigar is just gonna go, you know what? Hey, we can't be friends. We cannot be friends. We can't talk. Nope, that's it. The end. You're out of here. I don't think that will happen. Okay, because if that was me, I would have to say, hey, either I have cigar glue or here's another cigar. Don't smoke that one. And I'll tell you how to cut it. And you wouldn't have that problem. And I'm not even that 8-figure, okay? All you need is 7, okay? So.
Okay, so let's hold it. So, yeah, I mean, it is possible, but it's hard to believe.
That a 8-figure CEO who you're talking to, who you're smoking cigar with, who you demonstrated that you're total noob.
No,
that he's gonna give you a hard time.
No, I okay. All right, maybe I misunderstood that. I was under the impression that you're the 8-figure CEO, Tony, and I'm the regular Joe Schmo. And I'm watching you cut your cigar and you screwed it up. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, this guy can't cut a goddamn cigar.
No, it's the other way out. He said he screwed up the cutting.
Okay.
And so the CEO didn't want to talk to him.
No, I can't believe that either.
I do not believe that happens, okay? If anybody who is well off, okay, will know that everybody went through that stage. We all screwed up cutting cigars sometimes. Even if you're a pro, sometimes you just watch that, you know what? That cap just crap. You know, it does happen. So, and then someone like that wouldn't be like, hey, you're so poor, get out of here. You can't afford another cigar. You got to smoke that unraveling cigar. That doesn't happen. In usual cases, either he will help you out or he will give you another cigar or something like that because you're having a conversation. If you guys know each other at all. Because if you already knew this guy as an 8-figure CEO, he's not going to be such a cheapo where he go like, you screwed up your cigar, get out of here.
No. So what does he mean by you said a blunt cutter?
Basically a dull cutter.
A dull cutter. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
And another thing is the shoulder. Now, what I don't agree is that not all the cap pass the shoulder all the time. Sometimes the cap is just so little, especially when you smoke a torpedo. Your torpedo is nowhere near the shoulder when it comes to cap. Okay, so referring to the shoulder makes no sense. Like, shouldn't you just look at where your cap is and cut the cap? So I don't know why he says cut it just above the shoulder, but not all the cap is always on the shoulder. And there are some caps that's way too deep from the shoulder. You can cut it a few more times from the shoulder. You can have no shoulder at the end of it. So I don't think that is a correct depiction of how you're supposed to cut your cigar. So although the story is intriguing, but it sounds like a falsified story.
Well, maybe it's true, but maybe he embellished it.
Yeah, it sounds like Hollywood. Right? I cannot imagine if Val go to a lounge, sit in front of the a CEO, a figure sitting over there. Val is having trouble looking for the cap, and then he will try to cut it. And the CEO just look at him and go like, watch him screwed up. Watch him. And then once you screwed up, he's gonna go, now we can't talk.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you screwed it up. We cannot talk now.
Not everywhere, but most of the places that I have frequented or visited, when I sit down to cut my cigar and people are around, because I have my cane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they're looking at him. He said, "Oh," and I can just imagine. I got to see this guy cut this cigar. I got to see this guy light the cigar. How in the hell does he do it? Okay. But even before I mean, I take it out, I get my cutter, get my lighter, and even before I get ready to use it, I am usually offered, "Hey, can I help you cut your cigar,
Right.
or can I
That's
cut
what I'm
your
saying.
cigar for you?"
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of cases, if I'm sitting there and I'm seeing a total noob in front of me, when they're about to cut the entire head off, I'll be like, hey, hold on, hold on. You're about to cut your head off, the entire cap off. Let's go up a
So
little bit. You're fine. You'll
let me.
try to help the person
So,
so
so
that they'll improve. And that's usual cases. I don't care which lounge you go to. If you're sitting in front of somebody and they're talking to you and you're about to screw up your cigar, I think most people will say, hey, let me help you out. Or, hey, you're too deep, whatever, right? So, and he's saying that obviously from the implied information, he's saying that he's using a single blade guillotine. Okay, single blade guillotine. But I don't think that's the reason why he screwed up, because he was saying that he screwed up because he cut past the shoulder.
well, okay. So I
You see,
mean,
there's a little bit of loopholes there, right? So you're saying that you cut past the shoulder, you busted the thing starts to unravel, which is really funny because what he showed on the video is not an unraveled cigar, it's a cracked cigar, and the whole piece chunk was falling off. So that's fine. Like, you know, everybody use AI generated video or clips or picture. That's totally fine. But I think that misleads people. That misleads people. Like some, it's like, you know, people always like bust out a really, really good cutter, and you go, hey, that's a single blade. That's no good. Single blade can be really, really sharp. Single blade can be really, really sharp. Now, do I use it? Not really. But let's put it in another point of view. Do you have a dual blade V cutter?
what do you mean? One that cuts a V, and then the other side cuts a straight.
No, the other side cuts V2 because this is single
Oh,
blade, right?
a shallow V and a deep V.
No. Just think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
a V
yeah, yeah,
cutter.
yeah,
Just think about
yeah,
V
yeah.
cutter, right? V cutter is always a single blade.
Okay, I got a V cutter.
V cutter is a single blade. No, do you have two blades in there? Yeah, one blade.
I gotta look.
Oh, come on, Val. V cutter is a single blade.
You're right, but you know it's weird because it looks like a double blade to me.
No, it's a single blade. You only have one trigger.
Hey, look it.
It's a single blade, Val. It's one
Okay, I
piece of
mean,
metal pushing down.
okay. Yeah,
In fact,
Okay,
I
okay.
think majority of, I think if any,
Okay.
all the V cutter I've seen in my life are single blade.
No, what? See, what I was looking at, because I'm looking at the slide mechanism as the blade goes down, right? The
It
blade
goes
goes
down,
down.
one
It's
piece.
it's it's like a V, and as it goes down, okay, it to me it looks like there's two blades, a blade on this side and a blade on that side.
That's
And
still
when
a
it
single blade.
closes,
I
it's
mean,
like doing this. It's like doing this, but actually, it's just wider, and it narrows out like that, or it narrows and it
but that's
widens
still
out.
one single blade. It's a one
Yeah,
single blade pushing down,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that kind of information is gonna be, oh, hey,
Well,
I'm not gonna get V cutter because it's a single blade.
okay, but do you think? All right, so let's look at the single blades out there. There's uh one like this that could be a single blade. Yes.
Yes, there's one kind that has a single blade. Yes.
Okay. Then there's the scissors. Is that technically two blades
No,
or one blade?
the scissors two blade. Scissors two blade.
Two. All right. So knock out the scissors. Um,
There's the one
right.
from like less
And
whatever.
then,
It's a
and then
knife.
there's the knife. There's the knife.
Right. That's a knife. And then you have a few company that makes like a card that has a single one side, but one piece is a single blade, the other piece is a V cut. It looks like a card.
Yeah. Or it just comes straight like.
But
Yeah,
they're all single
okay.
blade, and they are totally fine as a cutter.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is that none of them will ever mention the word shoulder. In fact, I don't ever hear people mention shoulder. Martin, when's the last time you talked about shoulder of your cigar with somebody? The shoulder of the cigar.
But that's true. I mean, what you're saying is true. You never hear about the shoulder. However, that and I find that an interesting word because
There is a such thing called shoulder. There is such thing.
Yeah, I've only heard about the body of the cigar, the foot,
and the
and
cap.
the cap.
You know why
But
we
you
don't mention
hear too
shoulder?
much about the auspicities of the shoulder.
Yes, because shoulder is irrelevant.
Oh, I think it's
the shoulder makes into the shape of what it is. All right, the degree of shoulder changes the degree of the cap, which will give you a different shape. Yes, but in terms of someone that's cutting it, shoulder is not what you're looking at. The cap is.
All right, all right, everybody out there, show me, your shoulderless cigars. How's that?
Show you your shoulderless cigar?
Well, that's like saying, show me your strapless bra. Show me your shoulderless cigar.
Okay, so in terms of how he said it, he said, cut just above the shoulder. Okay? Cut just above the shoulder, because once you pass the shoulder, the cigar will unravel. I can easily pick up any cigar that is torpedo right now and show you the shoulder is nowhere near the cap.
Well, no, because the cap is pointy coming down like that.
And it's definitely not near the shoulder.
No, it's not. But, I mean,
So, and then if you have a cigar that is single cap, it's definitely not close to the shoulder.
A single cap is a shallow cap, or is it a wide cap? A narrow cap?
Usual most cigar today is either double cap or triple cap.
Right.
But there are single caps.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially the store brand bundles and stuff like that you pay like $2 or $3 for. Okay. There are single caps. If you cut a single cap, there you go. Padron is a single cap. I didn't even know about that. Then you're cutting the wrong direction. You've cut that shoulder, you're not gonna get anything. So looking at the shoulder is really not accurate depiction of where the cap is. That's why we always mention the cap. Look at your cap, where your cap ends, not shoulder. Because this cigar might have a long neck. And what's really funny is they says the second time he meet the guy, now he cut the cigar correctly, and they had a 2-hour conversation with the guy. That tells me, it's like, you're telling me this guy is that shallow. If you cut your cigar wrong, he's not gonna tell you about how you gotta cut your cigar correctly for 2 hours. Because I guarantee if you did that in front of Val will start talking about how you cut your cap correctly for 2 hours. And Val does not go anywhere near 8 digits.
No, I don't. But I go, well, I'm not going to say that.
Okay. Val might be somewhere in the end of 6 to 7 digits, but that's nowhere near 8 digits, right? There's only, I think Massachusetts is only like 22% of millionaires or something like that. So there's so many. Okay, there's only so many. But if you think about that, I don't think that kind of give like a bad stigma to people who are wealthy smokers. because I think most people who are wealthy tend to want to help other people who starts. And if you demonstrate that yourself as a total noob, I've never seen anybody go like, you know what, get out of this table. You're embarrassing me. That's something like Arnold might do, but everybody else wouldn't. Arnold might be like, I don't know this guy. Get out of here. You know, but everybody else, I think will be fine. So I think that kind of information deters some people. Or get the people the wrong, like, all right, people's gotta get their cigar and they gotta go, oh, here's a shoulder. I'm gonna cut right on top of that without looking where the cap ends. Just, you know? And as a long-term smoker, we smoked for a long time, right, Val? Everybody who's looking at this video probably smoked for at least a couple years. At least. Please say you guys do. Just for the heck of the conversation. And we all know that if you really have to, you don't even need to cut the cap. Just rip it off. Just rip a hole. Just punch a hole. So if you use a punch, do you care about where the shoulder is?
How often do you use a punch, though?
The last time I used a punch, I was smoking the Year of the Dragon, so it's at least more than a year ago. Right? Punch is more like my secondary safety for a cigar that's too big for my cutter. Right? It's just saying, like, it's kind of weird to have that kind of information circle around for the sake of content. I don't know if it's a joke or not. You know, I get it. Sometimes we record joking videos and stuff like that, but information like that is really gotta screw people up. Number one, you gotta think that, you know, if you cut your cigar wrong, it's an embarrassing thing. I don't think it is. I really don't think cutting your cigar wrong is an embarrassing thing. I think it's a learning moment. And then I think everybody that sit around that table will be very eager and love to help you out and tell you about where you're supposed to cut your cigar. That happens. If you did something wrong with the cigar as a noob, there are millions of people in the cigar shop that will help you.
I mean, now, how do you say, oh, hey Tony, you know what I noticed? I noticed you cut your cigar wrong. How do you say that to somebody?
No, I'll be like, hey, you cut a little bit too deep. That thing is gonna unravel. Don't smoke it. Don't light it up. Don't light it up. Don't light it up. You can still save it. And usually I'll be like, here's another cigar or whatever. Well, go to swap it with the desk before you light it up, because you can still glue that and smoke it some other time. If you smoke it right now, you gotta have a tough time. You gotta have a bad time. Wouldn't you do that? Before he cut it wrong, you knew that he cut it wrong. You would tell him, hey, don't light that up. Don't light that up. It's gotta start unraveling. Let's go to the front, see if they have glue. If they don't, save that, smoke another one. And especially if you're a friend, I will just give you another cigar. In fact, I'll cut it for you and give it to you. Right? Do we not agree that that's usually what happens? We live in a different world. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen with Val all that often, because Val probably don't catch it. If you're sitting in front of the table with him, literally light your cigar in front of him, he's not going to see it because he saw that girl with the tray over there passing out coffee. So that's okay. But I think with anybody who's having a conversation with you is about to cut the entire cap off, somebody will say something and say, hey, a little bit too deep. Right? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That information kind of bothers me a little bit. And yeah, okay. Dr. Bob says smoke your cigar backwards. That's even worse. You'd be smoking and while that thing unravels itself. Well, the problem is that not everybody brings an electric draw, like picture me, to go to a lounge. So that isn't going to work out so well. But I've seen plenty of people just rip it and just smoke it. Because they don't want to use the public cutter. So they just go, they'll talk to with you while they're doing this. Okay. And before you know it, you take it out, pop it, spit out the bits, and that's it. And then they gotta smoke. So when I heard that, I was like, what did I just listen to? What did I just listen to? I got a light. I don't know why the cigar is a little wet today. Well, I was like, what did I just listen to? Because I feel like that kind of information is at least misleading. Not to a complete misleading. It kind of does have a side of it that's correct. If you cut too deep, you gotta unravel your cigar. I get that.
So maybe the person wanted to talk about his experience, and
which is fine. I get that.
Led to that particular topic.
I get that, but it sounds surreal. Like it sounds like I can't imagine anybody just gotta give you a hard time because you cut your cigar wrong. And I think that will deter new people who try to learn something in the shop. Everybody have a new time, okay? Everybody started out new, right? Everybody started out new. Everybody cut their cigars over the thing like this. Like I don't know how many video out there tell you not to cut your cigar somewhere here, but
and I sure the heck did.
Right? There's videos about that, and everything other than that, cutter, lighter, is all preference. At least to me, that's our preference. I think like for a cigar, all you needed was a lighter, a source of fire, not even a lighter, source of fire. All you need is a source of fire, and you can smoke. But to say that you can use single bladed, I don't know. Martin.
What's going on, Martin?
Hey, Martin, let me ask you: if you see somebody about to cut the entire cap off their cigar, wouldn't you try to help them? Wouldn't you try to say, "Hey, you're about to cut your entire cap off"?
If I notice in time, yeah.
Right? Let's say if you didn't notice it, he did cut it off, and you start to see it unravel.
I'd be like, "Oh fuck, dude! I wish I would have known. I would have helped you."
Yeah, but then you wouldn't tell him to smoke that. You'll be like,
"Yeah, smoke it. Go ahead, bro."
No, I will be like, dude, get some glue that up, smoke it some other time. Pick another cigar and smoke.
Give it a blowjob, and there you go.
It doesn't work that way. I tried. I tried. I gave it like a $50 blowjob. It still doesn't. It still unravels.
Sloppy Joe, bro. Sloppy Joe.
Right? And then now your cigar gotta be too wet, and it's gotta clog. Right? So, information like that, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
There we go.
Martin smoking a what? Fuente?
Smoking Fuente.
I don't know what happened. Here's the thing. I've been buying Fuentes too. I don't know what happened. I just like Fuentes on sale or something recently.
I don't know. This is the Double Chateau.
Yeah, I've been buying Fuentes too. I don't know why.
I'm using the V cut.
See, that's a single blade.
Single blade.
Right? That's a single blade V cutter.
Don't use it, Martin. Don't use it.
Oh, you just cut past the shoulder because that V is deep.
I don't fucking care.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I cut my cigar how I want it.
Right? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying what he says is wrong. Partially was correct. If you cut past too much, it will unravel. You gotta have a bad time. But I really think that everybody's friendlier than that. I really think that people are friendlier than that. Especially if you're sitting in front of a figure. Like I just keep on going back to the A figure because I can't think of an A figure person. Okay, when I go on a cruise, I bring double the cigar. Why? Because if somebody screwed up the cigar, I give them another one.
Well, you're generous.
Okay, Val, if I'm right next to you and you have a cigar that's fucked up, I will give you another one. I will just take it. Don't I usually just put my bag in front of?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Yep. I've seen you do that.
Yes, you do.
And if somebody want to smoke it, say, hey, go ahead, take it. When's the last time I say, hey, you can't take it? I always go like, hey, you finish yours? You want to take mine? I never had a problem with anybody want to take mine. I never had a problem. So if I never had a problem, see, our president too. In fact, our president didn't just bring a bag of cigars to share. He bring an entire box of damn cigars to share.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay?
Was,
so
yeah,
I can't
generous.
imagine somebody sitting down earning 8 digits. It's got to go, no, I'm going to watch you suffer. Now, I give cigars to a stranger all the time. I will never watch them suffer like that. Now I'll be like, dude, don't. You know? So I don't like that characterization for sure. And I don't think that that's really what happened. I think that you'll get a educational moment for, well, if it's valid about 2 hours, if it's anybody else about 20 minutes or less. An educational moment about how to cut your cigar correctly.
Yeah, it'll take about 2 hours for about to tell you how to cut.
Hey, look at.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those cutters where, you know, I couldn't see how far I was putting the cap in, and I was, you know, it took me a while to figure out how to hold the cutter correctly because I wouldn't hold it right, and I would lose control of the cutter and it would twist in my hand, and then it would just mess up the cigar underneath, or I just end up with a bad cut.
Well, that's why we have perfect cutters out there, right? Safety back.
Yeah, idiot proof.
Hey, yeah, they made these. They made these for me. Okay, with the backstop on them. That's can't go wrong with that.
So yeah, I saw that. I was like, and he's like, in the end, just like, I agree with some, I don't agree with some, but that's what it is. I can't tell much of it. I don't want to criticize him for making a video, but at the same time, I want to criticize him for putting that information that way, because he could have been a good educational moment. So, has a company ever sold pre-cut cigars? Yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, so wait a minute. So you said this guy was an 8-digit person?
No, he said he was smoking with a 8-digit salary CEO.
Well, how does he know that? And did the guy tell him, hey?
Well, that's the thing, right? So obviously you have talked to this person already. So I don't get it. And yes, there's quite a few companies that sells pre-cut cigar. And here's the thing, right? If you really care and you really have a problem and you're smoking a place where 8-digit CEOs are smoking, they will offer you to cut your cigar for you. They will offer to cut your cigar for you.
What?
You're smoking at an 8-digit CEO smoking lounge. That's a place where they will offer the cut. In fact, I learned one of the coolest way to cut cigar ever in Davidoff. And that's definitely not 8-digit. Okay? In Davidoff, they cut my cigar in the cello.
In the cello?
In the cello. And just squeeze the cigar out of the cello for me, and they never touch my cigar.
Yep.
I've never even heard of that.
That's some skill. That's some skill. It was in the cello. Turn it over. He cut it. Well, she cut it. It was a beautiful lady. She cut it.
Well, you needed to start with that if you wanted my full attention.
So that's why I mentioned it now.
Wow.
And then she just squeezed the cigar out of the cut that she did. Squeeze it out. Never touch the cigar. I can feel the
squeeze already.
Never touch the cigar. And I thought that was amazing, even though I never do it myself. But that's pretty cool.
Well, wait, okay, what kind of cutter? Did she have a scissor cutter?
No. She had a straight cutter. It was a see-through straight cutter. It's like one of these, but like I think it was the press down kind. So she put the cigar through with the cello, like that, and then cut it, and then squeeze the cigar out of the end that she cut. Never touch the cigar.
Skills, man. Skills.
So you don't have to worry where her finger has been.
I wasn't worried about that.
You would if that was a guy. So there, right? That's the thing. I don't, our president, and not only they sell like pre-cut cigars or pre-punched cigars, some of them never put a cap on it. They just glue the sides. They take a sliver of leaf and just glue it across and leaving the top open. So they sell those. And in fact, my cigarillos are pre-cut.
I mean, yeah, I've seen cigarillos. Like
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
So they are pre-cut. There are shops that will cut it for you. And a lot of shops had one of those big boys. You can't even fuck it up if you try.
I like the one you got, the Camacho. That looks pretty cool.
That I love to use that thing. I don't even have to pay attention. Put it on the ground, done.
Where'd you get that from?
That I bought Camachos, and they come with it.
Nice.
So that's what I'm talking about. It's crazy, but that's what I'm talking about. You know. So yeah, that's why I want to talk about that. I don't know. I hope that guy kind of run into this video and then hear it. But if he didn't hear it, that's fine. He doesn't have to hear my critique. Everybody have their own way to smoke.
Yep.
Right. There are some people that just there's a cutter that's not even a cutter. That just punch a lot of holes together. It's like one of those needle, just bunch of needles, and then you just press it and they cut it punch a lot of holes, tiny holes, and you can smoke through it. Which I think is one of those dumb things that should never be created. Because now that cigar's gotta be full of clogs of things. At the same time, I didn't even know my microphone is like stopped working. That's weird.
No, I hear you sound good.
I don't know.
You go on YouTube.
I don't know. But yeah, that was what it is. I suppose everybody heard me, so I just saw my thing just got paused to mute. I don't know if anybody hear me. So.
Yeah, I've got it playing right now. It's perfectly fine.
Okay,
You've got like a 1 second delay.
Another announcement. I posted a link to purchase raffle ticket. So anybody who wanna purchase a raffle ticket, you can purchase through there. All right. And I think that saves in the trouble because number one, that will keep your address somewhere. So I don't have to ask. I just send whatever address that was there. And that way you guys can buy whatever and I'll tally it from the total at the end. Okay. And I put out a poll to figure out which day you guys want to have the Christmas raffle.
Right,
on.
I saw that.
Put your vote so I can put on the date where you guys are most comfortable. Right? Either a Saturday before or Sunday before or Wednesday right before it. Okay. So we can run that show on the time where the Legion member have voted. We don't have a poll for the non-Legion member. That's for Legion member. I think the Legion member gets that benefit of whatever the Legion member feels the easiest. But the raffle is open to everybody. Okay. I'm trying to get enough people play so it will make sense and then we'll at least cover the shipping for the thing that's going out. Because the thing that's going out, shipping is gonna be crazy. Okay. So what I'm gonna have is for the raffle It's gonna be some a few items of swag, maybe a lighter, and I have humidor ashtrays, and also I'll put up few sampler pack of the cigar that I bought recently, with some stupid filler cigars in there, but I will have them the cigar that I reviewed recently in there. Okay. Which most likely will include a Battleborn, because I bought a box of that shit. Okay, I bought a box of Battleborn, and I also had to buy 2 more other cigars. I'll probably do that when I come home because I'm not gonna be here to receive it. So I'll buy a couple more boxes of cigars after that, and so there will be few winner that wins sample pack of cigars.
All right, I put my vote.
Okay, so we have those. So we will have the Christmas raffle, because I was talking to my wife. My wife was like, "What, is that time already?" I was like, "Yeah, we already skipped June, so we should at least have Christmas." Because Christmas is season of giving. It's good to win stuff. I don't know. So we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. I think it's not gonna run over 3 hours. So I put the time tentatively for 3 hours.
I don't think it has for the past couple of years.
Yeah, because I remember the 5 hour. That was suffering.
That was hell.
All right, that was 2.5. What 2 to 3 cigars that we smoked through, and that was too long. And then not only that, ship them out was bad. Ship them out makes the USPS look at me funny. So I had to go day after day in boxes. So we have that. And also, let me mention again, the public chat room is open. We've been on there quite a few times now. So far, we only have 1 or 2 people that join us in turn of the chat. People did join the room, but they didn't jump on the chat. So I would heavily urge people to join that public chat room. The more people, the better. We get to chat there. I'm hoping through there we can become better friends, and maybe few of you will ended up wanting to be Legion member in the future as well. Okay. For the current Legion members, we are going through a cleanup at the end of this year. So we are going to downsize Legion a little bit. We will have a cleanup. So if you're a Legion member and you're watching this, we're going to have a cleanup. So if you didn't post anything in the last year or 2, and you intend to keep staying, I'll urge you post something, post anything.
This is
post,
my post, Tony. I'm not going
post anything. You can post yourself dancing like Martin. You can post anything. Okay. One of the other thing. Ooh. No, see, our president, he can't do this. While I'm talking, don't post something interesting that drags my attention away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. So, another information that I feel like, I don't know if I talked about it before. Somebody said the cap was to keep the freshness in the cigar.
No, everybody listen. This is my theory. The cap was originally designed to keep the beetles in and from coming out and infecting the other cigars. Okay? That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
All right? Okay.
What I think the cap has 2 uses. All right?
Beetle control.
1 is to keep the cigar together. All right? Okay. 2, to show you what the beautiful shoulder is. No. 2 is to tell you that the cigar is brand new. True. If you cut the cigar, somebody has touched it.
True.
If the cap is still there, it's still new. Hasn't been smoked. Okay?
Obviously never been smoked, but never been touched.
Well, you could still pick up the cigar and put it back, so it has been touched.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been $20.
Like a virgin, touched for the very first time.
Okay. Okay. So that's what the cap is. So that you became you. It's like taking away the protective film on your phone, on your iPhone. You have cut the cigar and ready for you. So I think that's what it's for. It was, if they want to keep the cigar pristine and seal the freshness in there, we talk about this. There's no such thing as fresh cigars. All right, there's no such thing as fresh cigars. Cigar's been aged, it's old. Right? We can agree with that, right? Cigar is not fresh. Cigar is new, pristine, aged.
As long as if you know the process of cigars. Yeah.
Right? If you know the price, even if you don't know the price of cigar, they literally tell you 3-year-old this, 3-year-old. That's not fresh. Well, maybe to some people, but
Right.
I wouldn't call a 3-year-old fresh. Right? So I don't think that keeps the freshness in there. Okay, I don't think that does that. Okay. And also, the cigar price does not judge who you are. All right, I saw another video says that the cigar price represent its prestigeness, and when you want to be this prestige person, you got to smoke a prestige cigar. I don't think that's true either. Now, I don't have that video anymore. I would love to hear the full context. But it basically says, obviously the same stuff that you hear all the time. The cigar went through a meticulous hand craftsmanship, blah 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 blah, into the cigar that you have is meticulous done, and it was that's why the cigar is so expensive. And it's a prestige cigar. That's not the case. Right? I think cigar price has something to do with the quality of the tobacco, of course, but the price range a lot of time is to target audience. Okay, just like a T-shirt from Gucci is no better than a T-shirt from Walmart. Right? A T-shirt from
comfier.
Walmart's all like, I don't know, man-made latex and stuff. I don't know, nylon. But a cigar, what you smoke will not represent who you are. Right? Because you might be somebody that just like, I don't know, it could be someone that's an absolute Oliva V fan that just love that Oliva taste. But you could be an 8-figure CEO that cuts the cap correctly. So the cigar you smoke doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. A lot of times, expensive cigars are used as celebration, but not necessarily represent who you are. I think everybody, if you want to and if you try, you can afford any cigar you want. Not in the quantity that you think other people will be, but you can still afford it if you wanted to. Let's just put it out there, right? You can afford buy a TV at $300. You can afford to buy a cigar at $300. Would you like to do that? Probably not. Because even I don't want to do that. Right? And here's the thing. The more money you have, the more you want to save money on buying cigars. Okay? I had to celebrate every day. I mean, every day you open your eyes is a good day, okay? That's why I try not to close my eyes, because you can't tell if I'm opening my eyes or close my eyes.
You're Asian, so you can't tell if they're open or closed.
Every day that I'm like close to sleep, that's a good day. And every day I wake up from sleep, that's a better day. So I should celebrate every day. But the cigar price should not judge who you are. Cigar price, I have never seen anybody who is sitting down smoking $100 cigar where the surrounding people might be smoking a $10 cigar, and the person who's smoking a $100 cigar says, "Hey, don't talk to me because all of you are not deserving and not worth it." In fact, I think that everybody will ask the person, "How is that cigar?" And that will start a conversation. But you wouldn't, they like, like a lot of time, what you do don't even matter. Because here's the thing I find a lot of people do is when they sit down, they have a conversation. One of the questions they ask is what you do, how much money you make. You won't hear that question from me, really. I ask if somebody's in the chat room with me, like, what do you do? But I won't care about how much money they make because that doesn't change anything. In fact, most of the time, your cigar habit will probably rat you out how much money you make. So like how much money you make doesn't really make any difference. When what cigar you smoke, pretty much makes no difference. The only difference between the cigar I'm smoking and Val's smoking is that my cigar had a band to start with, so you can tell what I'm smoking. Right? I forgot who said this. Every cigar is a bundle until a band is on it.
True.
Yes.
I think Michael said that.
Or maybe Michael said that.
I think Mike did say that.
Every cigar is a bundle until the band's on it. So, in theory, they are the same. You might be a CEO, but when the cigar launch and I don't work for you, so you're not any better, right? We're all people, and you might have more story to share. In fact, the person who's the oldest there probably had the most story to share, and I might not be the most wealthy, but they had the most story to share. So yeah, those kind of information kind of bothers me recently. I don't know why. I've seen a lot popping up recently. A lot of new videos out there, and I see a lot of those popping up. But at the same time, it's like, why is those information out there? Right? Because in our era, I'll talk about 5-10 years ago, the information is always about how to smoke a cigar correctly. Not necessarily about, if you're a cigar smoker, you should present yourself this way. You know, Martin, when you take a puff on your cigar, make sure to raise your pinky.
Pinkies up.
Right? It's not that complicated.
You mean like this?
No, if you're a figure CEO, you should be smoking like this. $1 billion. Something like that. So information like that kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know. Hey, and to address our Presidente, if I celebrate every day, you're partying every day too. Our Presidente is very, very used to smoking $135 cigars on the daily, and I don't even do that. So, yeah, that's what I got to say about those things. I mean, anybody else have a weird thing that they heard on YouTube? Bring it up, because I would love to talk about those things. Information that you knew, it was weird, but people still made a video about it. I've seen a lot of those, and I've seen a lot recently that people are using clips of YouTubers to make their story more believable. To make their story more believable. I don't know. Which I'm kind of glad my face is not on any of those, because I would be like, I didn't say that. But things are things. Oh, why do I get a message?
Oh, I just tagged you. My bad.
All right, Martin, you can't do that. While I'm talking, you cannot put something there that's interesting where it will take my attention away. Okay. Quick, just post anything. Quick, just post anything. Quick, you can't do that. Come on, man. Yes, you post something. Yes. I don't think Quick has been gone for more than a year. So quick. Everybody have life like kind of change. I was talking to Val about this. Everyone have this thing about life changing, right? Life changing. And when your life changes, sometimes cigar just got tossed in the back burner. And eventually, and because the way cigar is that you don't have to constantly smoke it. There are times where you take a small break, but if you take a long enough break, you don't want to go back to it. If you take a year break from cigars, chances are you're not gonna go back to cigar.
I just saw a shooting star.
So what?
I just saw a shooting star.
Did you make a wish?
I did.
Right. So
It was so bright, it looked like a firework.
we had my wife saw a post today. Somebody thought it was a UFO and turned out to be a weather satellite or something like that.
Satellite. Yeah.
Talking about this, okay? Here's the thing. I think if UFO ever existed on Earth, like it ever shows up on Earth, we should run. We should run.
I mean,
I don't care what the reason is, but if the UFO can arrive Earth and we cannot find them, their technology is way advanced than ours. And with technology, this might not sound correct, but with technology, every technology starts out always, every country start off most advanced is their weapons. Every technology they develop gets used on weapons. All right, gets used on weapons. Internet, weapon. GPS, weapon. Everything starts off as a development for weapon. So if they have something that will fly all the way here, they have a missile that can probably travel faster than light. Okay? I love smoking with friends and meet new people. This is made the only reason why I won't stop unless I begin to have health issues. And that's the problem with aging, okay? When you age, you're gonna have health issues, just whether or not you want to deal with it.
unless you're Val. Val's just awesome.
Val just capitalized on his issues.
Mhm.
Val's looking at me, he's like, what are you talking about? Val, you capitalize on your issues. You know it's true.
I cannot confirm that.
Nor will you deny it.
This is true.
We all have seen it. Right? What if the alien has a really good cigars? I will still not fuck with them. I will still not fuck with them.
No.
With the way that this whole world was developed, nothing can go surpass the speed of light. And if they're able to travel faster than the speed of light to get to us, I will not mess with them. Right? If they can find us, they have traveled faster than the speed of light. There you go. How about that? If they can find us, they have traveled faster than the speed of light.
True that.
Okay. Elvis, Michael Jackson, Tupac don't count. Okay, and Prince, they don't count. I think what happened is they landed and they destroyed the technology that they brought them here, so they don't count. The only feasible, possible alien that's left right now that we know of is Elon Musk. And all he wanted to do is go home. Let him go back to Mars. All right? He probably landed on Earth like freaking Dragon Ball on a little sphere, pop up, comes out, tear off his tails, and now he's an Earthling. So those don't count. But I think if anybody, any UFO just appears on the sky, don't do anything to them. Just let them go. Just let them go. Don't even send out your little tiny drone thinking that you're all cool. No. We don't have the Avengers yet. Okay, if we had Thor, maybe we'll have a fighting chance. Everybody else, not a chance. Not even Tony Stark can save you. Okay, how about this? If there was a superhero on Earth, one, single one, out of any story that you can pick out of, which one would it be?
Iron Man.
Martin says Iron Man. What about you, Val?
Superman.
All right, we'll be doomed if we have Superman. Because history has shown that Superman did go evil. Our president says we'll win because we're a woman. Here's a problem, right? Before the woman go out there and bitch at them for 6.5 hours, men had to die out first. So I wouldn't bet on that. Howard the Duck. Hey, Greg.
Have you seen that movie?
I have not. What is Howard the Duck? I look it up.
Oh, that's funny.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah. It's like a 90s movie, I think.
All right, that one I'll take too. The problem with Superman is if Superman just had enough with the Earth, he can destroy it. So not a very good superhero, right? Tony Stark, well, yeah, technology, he's still human, so I'll take that. That's fine too. Howard the Duck, that's fine. There's enough Chinese people out there. If he decides to go evil, we'll have some Peking duck for everybody. No problem there too. Batman, I'll take Batman.
He's got no superpowers.
He's got superpowers. It's called money.
He's got.
Money can buy everything.
Does he smoke cigars? Does Bruce Wayne smoke cigars? No.
He
So
does.
does Iron Man.
I've never seen Bruce Wayne smoke a cigar.
No, that's because Hollywood don't allow smoking anymore. Batman definitely smokes cigars. And if anything, I guessed it correctly, he'll be smoking Gurkhas.
No, I think he smokes a pipe.
A pipe?
No, I don't think Batman will smoke a pipe.
Alfred smokes a pipe. Bruce gotta smoke a pipe.
No. Alfred might smoke a pipe, but Bruce will be like, you smoke a pipe, I'm not gonna smoke that.
Okay.
Bruce will be like, I'm gonna smoke anything that nobody else wants you, which will be Gurkha.
I mean, I could see where it would make sense him smoking a cigar for the money that he has, right? The wealth that he has.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that, but I've never seen him smoke a cigar in a movie or in a comic
I'll take
book.
Batman, because at least Batman fought Superman and won, okay? I'll take Batman. Batman's fine. Batman is
Here's
fine.
a question.
Wait. Superman didn't jump off on Batman because he didn't want to hurt him.
Doesn't matter. When is a win? I don't care how you win.
I'm just saying, if he wanted to get rid of him, he'd have got rid of him. He didn't want to do it.
Batman can put his entire body full of who knows what crystal, kryptonite or not, and he'll be fine. Popeye.
Popeye wouldn't work because if you run out of spinach, he's done.
And especially right now, like organic spinach are quite expensive.
We're putting that into.
You're gonna get rid of the spinach and go to kale, right?
Right.
Well, if Popeye was with Batman, then they will be able to afford it, no problem.
So here's a question: who's richer, Batman or Iron Man?
Who's
got more
richer,
money?
Batman or Iron Man?
Yeah, who's got more money?
I will say Iron Man is richer.
I would say so too.
I think Iron Man is richer because Batman is living off an estate. So there's a set and finite amount of money. But Tony Stark,
Who got his own businesses?
he continues to make money out of weapons.
Yes, he's yeah.
You know, so I'll think Iron Man has more money. And when's the last time you say Bruce Wayne go like, you know what, I'm gonna build a building and put my last name on it? Wayne Building. No, all I see is Wayne Theater. So yeah, you know, if you gotta have a superhero, you need a superhero without a superpower, so that it can be controlled.
Right.
That's why I say money is a good superpower. It could be controlled.
Could be.
You know, just like Elon Musk, he's got the money, but he can't do everything he wants. He can do most of what he wants.
He could do a lot.
I say most. Hulk?
No. Can't use the Hulk because Hulk.
We already have Hulk. We already have Hulk.
Has to be mad all the time to stay the Hulk.
Yeah, we already have Hulk. You don't believe me? Go inside your house and just scream, honey, Hulk will show up.
I don't have one of those.
You don't have to. You just have to open the door and say, hey, what's up, bitches? And then you'll see a bunch.
What'd you call me?
Exactly. They do have She-Hulk.
Oh, She-Hulk.
But I wouldn't want that either. You can't kill a Hulk. You need a superhero that can actually be controlled, like some way of getting rid of them. Just in case they want to take over the world. Anybody else? Superheroes. But notice nobody choose a female superhero.
That's because I ain't gonna say it.
They'll work 3 weeks out of the month. They'll work 3 weeks out of the month. Flash. I honestly think the Flash is not a superhero. He doesn't do much. You think Flash is a superhero? I feel like Flash is only out there to solve his own problem. Because before Flash, there was no problem.
That would be me.
No? I think before Flash existed, there was no issue. Once Flash existed, now you start to see issues.
As you know, I should have said the Daredevil because we got something in common.
No. He's completely blind.
I said something in common. I say I was completely blind. He uses
Wolverine.
a cane. I use a cane.
Wait, does Flash? No, Daredevil don't use a cane, does he?
Yeah, when he's Matt Murdock.
Wolverine might be dangerous. Spider-Man might be controllable. Spider-Man, I think is controllable. The city will be a mess after he fought. It'll be web everywhere, but it's controllable. I think a while ago, I saw somebody had that question. It's like, why is it every time superhero have fought, they destroyed the city, but nobody ever asked them for paying for it? Every time superhero fought, they destroyed the city, but not one person asked them to pay for it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true, but they saved the world. So there's that.
Did
I
they?
read that a lot.
Did they?
I would say so.
All right. So when Batman fought the bad guys, destroys the wall, destroys. Actually, I think Batman did pay for it.
I don't know.
I think Batman did pay for it.
Well, he should have. He has the money for it.
But Tony Stark does not. They fought in New York, and look what New York turned out to be like.
Yeah, but he gave him a break on weapons deal, so there's that.
Okay, maybe. Maybe. I'll give you that. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. Daredevil used a blind walking stick. As a cover art, right? Because he can actually see.
He has some type of visionary imaging that he can see.
Luffy. Okay, I'll take Luffy. Luffy is very controllable. Just get a pot of seawater. I mean, ocean water, and he can be controlled. Okay. Luffy, okay, but Luffy is really not a superhero. He's a freaking pirate. You know, I used to like to watch One Piece a lot because in there's a character that smoked 2 cigars at the same time. His name is Smoke. And I think that's pretty badass. To smoke 2 perfecto at the same time. And he doesn't stop. He talk with the cigar still in his mouth. Now, some people might not think that's amazing, especially if you don't smoke. But if you do, try to hold a cigar in your mouth, talking at the same time without tearing. That's pretty hard. Even with glasses, I think glasses make it worse.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how to do that.
Right?
I don't know.
The 18. The 18, are they superheroes?
No, they're a joke.
It's getting chilly out here.
Yeah, I was
Chilly? Like
wondering-
what, 80 degrees of chilly?
Yeah, Martin, what you doing out there with a t-shirt? You got no hoodie on?
Nope.
What's the temperature over there right now? What's the temperature?
Let's refresh my.
I'm in the 50s.
I'm in the 30s.
All right,
Oh,
chilly
wow.
for me. Here we go. Let's see. 68.
Okay.
68, I'll be out there with shorts, okay?
68 with the breeze. It's chilly.
68 is not bad at all. 66 in Florida. Really that cold? I'm looking at the forecast. It says that you guys in the 80s.
5 mile per hour breeze right now.
We've been having 50 miles an hour wind.
It's chilly.
Well,
I
actually,
thought Florida should be in 80s right now.
I'm in the 40s. I'm at 42, 43 right now.
Yeah, whatever, guys. I'm cold. If it's not 80, I'm cold.
You sure it's not 60 but feels like 80?
It says it feels like 68. It's 68.
68 feels like 68. That's rare. That's rare. I don't know.
Let me see what mine says.
Superheroes.
No,
Yeah, I'm cold.
mine says 42, but it feels like 37.
Fuck that. It's too goddamn
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. The north is cold. And we have another cold front coming too.
Mhm.
Well, I hope the cold front goes away because I'm going to be in Miami on Saturday. So, hope it's warm.
It'll be warm in the afternoon.
Martin, you know how you wear glasses?
Yeah.
When you light a cigar, did you ever worry about your glasses melting?
No.
Like when you light it up? I'm only gotta go there for a few hours, man. Because I'm going on a cruise. I'm only gotta be there for a few hours. I'm only gotta be there Saturday afternoon, and then after that, who knows? And now I'm saying Saturday afternoon. I don't really know. I might be there Saturday night or Sunday morning. Knowing the TSA right now is 3-hour wait.
Oh, I heard they're just letting people through.
That would be nice.
Probably just for your leaving from.
Or anybody who's leaving from an international airport is gonna have a problem. So we have an international airport here, so. So that does happen. That does happen. That does happen. Pre-check. I have pre-check. I got clear recently too. So I got clear and pre-check and global entry. But I think there's still got to be a line waiting. But my flight is the first flight of the day. Hopefully that day doesn't have a problem. Unless people don't show up.
Got a 4 a.m. flight, 5 a.m. flight.
So today I had a call with UPS because I ordered a shoe and they're supposed to be here yesterday.
Oh, bro, it was on that plane.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. So I arrived recent location, and then it says that because my vacation notification, which I set for tomorrow, the shipment from yesterday got moved to the 18th. Which I called them right away. I say, hey, I'm still here, and I set it for tomorrow. That's the 6th, so it shouldn't be moved to the 18th. So they changed the delivery to today, and today they didn't show up. So I called the call center, and obviously it went to somewhere in India. I know because I have trouble. No, I called the call center was in India because I know I can't understand the person. And then they keep going in circles as because you changed to the 18th. I said, well, I changed to today as well. That didn't happen. So I go in loop. I start bitching at the lady over the phone. I was like, you can't do anything about it. Have a manager talk to me so that you guys can maybe contact the depot and see what's going on. And she just keep giving me the I can, and then says, okay, so why are we argue this in a loop? Because my wife was having a ball. She loved it when I scream over the phone. Right? She's like, you gotta make that girl cry. I said, no, don't worry. They get yelled at all the time. And over the phone, she argued with me for a whole hour, talking to me that like my manager's gonna tell you the exact same thing. I said, I don't care. I asked for a manager. Let me talk to the manager. And she said, the manager is not available right now. So why didn't you just tell me that in the beginning? So let me talk to your manager's manager. So she keep going loop. And I said, no, just give me to a manager. And she said, well, the manager will call you back in 2 hours. This is at 4 o'clock. So I said, okay, fine. You want me to wait 2 hours? I'll wait on the phone for 2 hours. And she goes, no, because we have another call coming. I have to keep taking other calls. I said, no. If you can make me wait 2 hours, the next person can wait 2 hours. And the next person can wait 2 hours. Because you're making me wait 2 hours. So I will stay on the phone for you for 2 hours. She keep telling me that she can't do that. I was like, yes, you can, because I'm still on the phone. We can argue in a loop for 2 hours. Finally, she put me on hold, which I know she's just going to put me on hold and not come back for 2 hours. And finally, I got a call back. This was at 8:59 p.m. That's definitely not 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's 4 hours later. I didn't pick it up. Because during the winter time, I already hang up. My wife's like, are you down? I was like, no, I'm just giving the girl a hard time. Because I know I'm not going to get my shit. It's 5 o'clock already. Depots are closed. So this is how I get rid of my stress. I don't understand what's the point to have a customer service line if you can't do anything about it and they refuse to call the depot. My wife's like, why do you argue with it? The shoe that important? Like, no. It's a shoe. You know that when I buy shoes, I never wear them. On the road to try Rocky Patel, what's your favorite Rocky Patel and why? I know the Conviction wasn't the one. Yeah, I like 60. Rocky Patel 60.
Yeah,
that's a good cigar.
I would go with the ALRs, the 1 and 2. You can find the 1.
You see the thing, I don't feel that ALR is really ALR.
It's not, but it's a good cigar.
You know, it's like, it tastes like another cigar, but like, what's the rare about it?
Right.
But the 60 is pungent. It has a lot of flavor. The flavor stays for a long time. It's clayey, so that the flavor lingers. That's why I like the 60. But it depends on the person, right? Everybody can like a different part of the cigar. Some people will like a cigar simply because they have one flavor. But I like 60 because the flavor lingers. So I don't have to keep taking a lot of puffs because the flavor lingers. How about that, Bass? Martin, why do you like the AR?
It's dark and it's bold and I don't know, it's just a good cigar.
I mean, the AR does look expensive because the white band on it, it makes it look expensive.
Well, I'm thinking that the pink band is the one I would really like.
Val, what about you? What's your favorite Rocky?
You know what? I don't smoke Rocky that much, to tell you the truth. I think the last time I smoked one was probably that Decade series.
Okay.
Other than that, I haven't really tried many of Rocky Patel stuff, and I don't know why. I just haven't gravitated towards it. I don't know why.
Rocky is relatively a beginner cigar. I mean, if you start smoking boutique,
Yeah,
Rocky kind of gets thrown in the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Bass, is that a good answer for you?
I think we gave him some variety.
Honestly, if I gotta smoke a Conviction, I'd rather buy like 5, 10 of those 1990.
The Edge aren't bad either.
Say that again?
The Rocky Patel Edge, they're not bad either.
Edge?
The Edge?
I have not touched Edge for at least 5, 6 years.
I know.
Yeah, Rocky is, I think a lot of Rocky cigars are linear, as Val will say.
Yeah.
It's linear. The flavor doesn't have a lot of transitions. And it's not meant to be anyway. So that's probably why I don't smoke a lot of Rockies. They make good cigars. I'm not saying that they don't. It just doesn't, once you start smoking boutique, that specialized flavors, that transitions that you're looking for, you really wouldn't want to smoke anything that's too linear. And Rocky, a lot of cigars are meant to train you to smoke cigar, to pick out flavors, stuff like that. Now, somebody talked to me about not being able to pick out flavors. The honest truth, the best suggestion I can give you is don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep smoking, and one day you're just gonna pick it up. And once you pick it up, you can't even stop anymore. You know, it's like that blemish on your screen, computer screen. Once you see it, you'll forever see it. So for cigar, it's the same thing. Once you can pick up a flavor, you know, like what you're looking for, you'll always be able to pick it up. So if you can't pick up the flavor, that's okay. Know what you like and know what you don't like. That's all you need to know. Because here's the thing. Is pick up flavor really that important to you? I mean, you're still smoking cigar if you can't pick it up. So picking up cigar flavor is really not what's important to you. What's important is whether or not you like the cigar. Did you like what you tasted? Right? Like when you go eat Chinese food, do you go like, I can pick up exactly what seasoning they have in there? No, you just know that it's Chinese food. It costs you about $8.99 and it's got like 30% MSG in it. You don't really care about what is in there. You just like the flavor. Cigar should be the same way. And here's the thing: when you're having a conversation, you're not gonna be able to pick up any note. You're not gonna remember. Especially if you're smoking a cigar and having a really good conversation, you might not even remember what you smoked. There's a lot of people does that. Okay, you ask them, hey, it's like let's say Val went to an event yesterday, had a really good conversation yesterday, and go, Val, so what did you smoke yesterday? He will have to sit there for like a good 15 minutes to think about what he smoked yesterday.
Yes, that's true. Well,
he had to first remember what he bought, and from there and what he's missing. And then he would like, okay, that's what I smoked. 60 will be next buy. Okay. I mean, if you didn't smoke for a long time, 60 might be strong. So I don't know how long you've been smoking. I mean, when you smoke for a while, the strain doesn't really matter to you anymore because you know how to adjust your speed. But if you are new, watch for the speed. It does matter when it comes to cigar. Right? The thing, here's the thing. What are the few things that would really have to watch when you're smoking a cigar? What will you tell a newbie about a cigar if the person have never smoked one? What would be one thing you want to talk about a cigar? If you saw a newbie, it's about to light a cigar.
I would tell them not to smoke it fast. Don't smoke fast.
Mm-hmm. So the timing,
That's
the speed.
Probably the first thing I would tell them. Don't smoke fast.
Me too. Probably me too.
Take your time with it.
Slow draws.
Yeah. Take a slow, easy draw.
Dr. Bob says, mind your ash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slow draw. Especially if you can't pick up the flavor, you don't have to go fast. You just know every puff is very puff. Puff is a puff. You can learn how to smoke slow before you learn how to smoke fast. Because smoking fast doesn't do you any good. Smoking slow has more benefit. You get to taste, you get to learn, you get to spend your time wisely. And you save you money.
I think another thing I would say that during your smoke, if you start to feel really warm, or if you start to feel little beads of sweat on your forehead, you need to really slow down a lot, or you need to stop for a little while. Just stop.
Once you start to sweat, you're in the path of no return.
Yeah.
I drink something sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. I always say, somebody's about to smoke a cigar, make sure they have a drink.
Have a Coke or have something, or have
something sweet.
I usually carry chocolate with me. Little Hershey Kisses or Hershey little squares, just in case.
Val doesn't just carry chocolate; he carry a whole entire burrito in his hat. And you think I'm joking. And people who doesn't know, you think I'm joking. No, he actually carries a burrito in his hat. Was it just burrito, or there was one time was hamburger too?
It was okay. Here it is. It was McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
It was McDonald's.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So he will bring food in his hat. So if you're feeling sick while smoking in a lounge and look around and you see a guy in a cane looking at girls, that's the person you're gonna, hey, you gotta have some food with you, right?
I'll have something.
You have something.
I'll have something.
Another good day. I just sold my car today. I'm pretty happy.
Oh yeah, you did mention you were going to do that. I didn't think you were going to do it that quick though.
I didn't. See, I'm not someone that really bothers with like, oh, I must sell my car for this X amount of money or whatever. If I want to get rid of something, I just get rid of it. So, I just go to the dealer. My brothers were saying that, you know what, drive to New York. I'll sell it for you. You'll make a few $1,000s or more. I was like, nah, too much hassle. Too much hassle. My wife was like, why do you care about that few $1,000s? If you drive up to New York, you got to spend a few $1,000s.
That's right.
So I was like, you're about right. You're right. So I called the dealer. I was like, you know what? You guys take the car? Yeah. And it's like, and then I tried to, you know what? My wife's car needs a service too. And they're like, oh, we'll cover your service as well. I was like, okay. Now, most people doesn't know. For some reason, the dumbest reason, my wife's car's service costs $800 something. Okay. So I don't feel like I lose out. They paying $800 something, even though the dealer cost is probably like $50. But, I haven't serviced my wife's car and I got rid of my car. I'm good.
There you go.
And when better car comes out, I just go buy another car. People don't understand. I don't want to fix my car. My car is at an age where the longer it gets, the more problems it's gonna have. And that's with every car, right? Every car you own, after it passed that 7-year, 8-year, problems. Problem after problem after problem. You can keep your car, you can keep fixing it, but it's like you're paying another car. So there was no reason for me to keep it. I can buy a new car. I just didn't feel like I need to buy a new car because I already don't have enough space to park my car. So I got rid of my car. I'm super happy. My wife was like, so now you got to go buy cigars. I was like, I already did that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I already did that. I've been doing that for weeks. Buying cigars is nice. And we have a lot of good cigar coming out soon. We have a lot of good cigars. Martin, have you been looking at cigar? Martin probably doesn't look at a cigar anymore. He just smokes whenever he needs to smoke.
Yeah.
Val, have you have any cigar that you kind of have in your mind? Other than the one that I already reserved for you, I already sent it to you, so you don't have to find those anymore.
Let me think.
Have a good night, Presidente.
No, not really. I haven't really looked into it that much. But I was talking to some people at the lounge,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked them. I said, "Listen, when you come to the lounge, I bring, you bring a couple of cigars with you, and I know I'm gonna buy some cigars from the lounge, okay?"
Sure.
And I asked them, when you come here and you go into the humidor, are you trying something new or are you gravitating to something that you know? Most of the time, people gravitate to something that they know.
And it's true. Yeah. I will look at something that I know first, whether or not I need replenished.
Yeah.
But I find that in the end, I will buy whatever that interests me more than what I need to replenish. Because if I replenish, I'll probably replenish the whole entire box rather than a few sticks. Unless I want to smoke it there.
Yeah.
right?
I will
So,
always
like,
buy
and there,
one
you know,
new
the
cigar.
reason I brought that up is because a lot of times when I go to the lounge, when I go look in the humidor, I'm gravitating to something that I've had and I'm comfortable with and I like, but I'm not trying something new, something different. And so I said, you know what, from now on, when I go to the lounge, I know I got a couple of cigars with me. If I pick up a couple more, I'm going to pick up something that I've never had before. Because if we, you know, you keep smoking what you're used to, you're going to miss out on something that's right there in front of you.
mm-hmm.
And you'll never know if you've never tried it. So
Mhm.
even if you don't like it, at least you've tried it. And it's something new, something different. So that was my little epiphany.
You know,
I
for me,
will.
I always fall into hype. I always fall into hype. I'll always fall into presentations and stuff like that for the cigars. Something new, I want to try it because I think not only you're trying something new, I also think it's a good conversation starter. And then me taking that plunge will allow me to help my other friends who is taking the cigars. Right. So if I try something new, like for example, I tried something like silk. I was like, you know, Val, you really need to look into silk because it was good. And I think that's what I like to do. Like, you know, when I go eat, I'm like, oh, you know, I tried that restaurant because it's really good. I want to always try something new because the stuff that I already smoke, I have at home. So if I'm
Yeah.
out there, I want to try something new.
I will always try to buy at least one new cigar, and then I also grab some stuff that I know I like.
And that's always my problem. When I go to a lounge, when I go to a humidor, I have trouble picking out stuff because I had to see something new to pick up. And it's not always have something new. And just because something new, that does not mean it automatically attracts me, right? There are some brands that I just don't care for. I walk right by it. So cigar
like-
is, I know that the whole hobby is really about trying. It's tasting cigars like tasting food, right? And you always want to try different food. I mean, if there is a new taco joint right near Martin will go try it tomorrow.
Yeah.
See?
No.
No?
See, I rarely I have a hard time going out to taco places, Mexican restaurants because I have it just about every other day at home.
But it's
And
new. You don't know like how maybe they have a really good sauce.
no, nothing can taste better than my grandmother's. Nothing can taste better than my mom's. Nothing can taste better than my wife's. So, no.
This is the problem. When you have a woman that can cook at home.
That's the problem.
That is a problem.
You know, we read about this. My wife read about this actually. She read there is a significant, we're not talking about a little bit, a significant chance of staying married if your wife don't cook.
What?
Wait, say what?
What?
Staying married if your wife don't cook?
If your wife don't cook.
Why?
Marriage will last longer if the male cooks.
I mean, mine did because I cooked.
It will last longer than it should if the male cooks.
What is that?
Apparently, it constantly make the female feel like you're doing something for them. Because the females constant thing is that always they're doing too much and their male counterpart is not doing enough, and that's always the number one complaint. Second complaint is that the males never make enough money for them to spend. So the number one is that they always have to feel like a male is doing something for them, and if the male at least cook at home, that is something they feel like there's something for them. There's no room for that kind of argument.
Okay.
So that's number one. And number two will be not enough money. Usually it's not enough money.
I think if a man is doing everything that he should, supporting, providing, blah, 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 and a woman can stay in her feminine, I don't see where the problem is.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. People think cooking is feminine. But it's not. Cooking is quite masculine.
Well, most of the chefs in the world are men.
Exactly. In fact, back in the day, in the ancient time in China, you can't have female cook in the emperor's kitchen.
I think that's how most everybody grew up before.
So
like the
cooking is quite masculine. Because hunting is done by men.
True.
Females start cooking out of necessity because there are men out there working, and the kids need to eat.
Unless you're a lion, then the females do the hunting.
And that's why female always kick lion's ass.
Well, that's because there's more than one female.
Right.
You don't see one lioness go up against a male lion.
Oh, no, the lioness.
Lionesses.
You always see a lion afraid of lioness. It always happens. I can find a million YouTube video where a lion is getting his ass kicked by a female.
Not by just one.
By just one.
I have never seen that. I've always seen like 3 or 4 or 5 females jumping on one lion.
Lion, unlike tiger, lion is the most female dominant out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
yeah,
is hyenas. Hyena, you're a male, you're worthless.
Yeah. The female runs the pack in the hyenas, that's for sure.
Lions, the male lion doesn't do shit. And the female lion will whack him in the face and the lion will not do shit.
Because you know what he says? Is that all you got?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all you got?
Okay. So cooking is a very masculine thing to do. And when you do that, they feel like you're doing something. You're doing a house chore. You're doing something, contributing. They don't feel like working is contributing. You can work. You can provide the paycheck. They don't feel that's part of the contributing because it's not physically to the house, to the family. Right? So if the male cook, the marriage will last a longer time. So my wife showed me that, and she asked me, what do you think? I said, I don't know. My wife can cook.
So, yeah, I was going to say, so what did you ask her? Oh, honey, what are you making?
The 2 times she cooked, she almost killed me. First time she cooked a brownie. That brownie, I can throw out my window. It will definitely go right through. Okay? The second time she cooked me chicken, and the chicken was raw.
I love a woman that can bake, though.
She put the chicken in the oven, and the chicken was raw.
Well,
so
she didn't cook it for the high enough temperature, and she didn't cook it long enough.
I don't know how she can possibly do that. She did it all afternoon, but the chicken was raw. So yeah, ever since then, no.
Do you cook with her?
No. When I cook, she's watching TV or something like that.
Well, you see, there it is.
She doesn't want to learn it. Okay, I taught her how to cook eggs. How hard is to cook eggs? You start your frying pan and put the egg in there and let it cook. My dog will not eat the egg she cooked. My dog eats croissant and egg every morning and will refuse to eat the egg she cooked.
That's a learned trait.
Just give him the raw egg. He'll eat that.
So my wife will just pick up like, delis and stuff, feed him because he won't eat the egg. I had to cook like 5-6 egg and have it in the fridge and let her just microwave that thing. Because my dog will refuse to eat the egg she cooked.
See, that dog's observant.
Mm-hmm. The dog knows. That
Well,
egg looks like salmonella to
Tony
me.
ain't eat it. I ain't eating it.
The last thing the woman wants to learn from her husband is how to cook. They get so mad being told how to cook. And it's true. Every time I say, I'll teach you, they're like, nope.
I mean,
My brother's the same way. My brother's girlfriend tried to cook, and my brother's like, let's just order takeout.
my ex-wife could not cook.
And I didn't think cooking's that hard. You put all the ingredient in there.
Really
Even if you don't go in sequence, it will come out edible.
right.
The only thing that I will not eat that my wife would make is steak.
Mm.
I don't care what kind of steak it is. He's cooking it well done. And I said, no, no, no.
And the steak. How hard is to cook a steak?
It's
You
not
get a
hard.
piece of meat, you let it sit in room temperature until it's room temperature. You put salt on both sides. You heat up a pan until it starts to smoke. You toss that damn meat up there, and you wait 2 minutes. Flip it over, you wait a few minutes. And then you do it on each side, all sear, and you let it sleep. You come back 5 minutes later, cut it, and you can eat it. There's not even anything else. You come back, the meat says, hello, I'm edible now. Moo. It's not that hard. We have a rice cooker, and my wife can fuck up rice.
Oh my God.
Rice cooker. It literally have a line on the side. 2 cups of rice, fill the water to the line.
We use a finger.
My wife tried to cook 1 cup of rice in the rice cooker. And I took the pot, I dumped the rice out, and I show her the pot. You see anywhere in there says the number 1? No? Yeah, it's not meant to be 1 cup. That's story of my life.
Oh man, poor Shuza.
So there will be never an argument about how, her cooking was not good enough or whatever. You cook. So no argument, no divorce. Now, I'm not saying that there's no benefit to have a wife. My wife, she will bring back food when she goes out. My wife will go to, because my wife had to go to the office 3 times a week. 6 times a month. So usually 2 or 3 times a week to the office. She will bring me back a cup of cold brew.
Not even just food, like they'll bring back something for you.
Yeah, she will bring me back a cup of coffee because she knows I don't sleep. She said, here you go, coffee. So she knows all I need was coffee. Don't bring me anything else. Even in anime, even the cooking anime like Delicious Dungeon is the men's cooking. Yeah, men cook. Well, can you imagine a woman carrying like a 200, 300 pound pig and try to cook the roast pig? Well, Val, have you seen a female try to dissect a whole cow or pig?
No.
Yeah, it's a very masculine thing. It's part of your hunting thing. You hunt, You drain the blood. You're not gonna have the female go drain the blood, are you? This is why, everybody, before we go, this is why God made titties. Because if the female had to prep milk, the baby will die. So they given something that will produce milk, period. Done. Right? Hey, you need to nurse this kid. I don't know how to make milk. You got it. God make titty for that. A country girl can dress a deer. Country girls are men. So yeah, we got that. We got that out of the way. So guys, if you gotta have a successful marriage, learn how to cook.
Yeah, I did. Pretty good, damn good at it.
And here's another thing: if the male cooks, wife don't complain about you smoking cigars.
True that.
All right, let me say that again. If you cook, your wife most likely isn't gonna complain about you smoking cigars. You know why? Because the female knows that if there's gonna be an argument that's gonna last more than an hour, she's not gonna get dinner. You ain't cooking. So learn how to cook, guys. Even if it's a basic thing. I know people's like, but what about, we always have saying, go make me a sandwich. Did you notice the keyword? Go make me a sandwich? Not go cook me a sandwich. The reason she can do that is because it's already cooked. She just had to put it together for you. And those are the things I actually told my wife, and she just laughed.
That's funny. This would be a funny conversation to have some random
right
YouTuber.
I just told I just told you all the keywords. You gotta, if you look into it, it's like, oh, that's right, female are not meant to be cooking. You know, God given beautiful hands not to touch water, not to, you know, do that, all that stuff.
You ever seen that podcast where there's like a bunch of women and then one man, he's like talking shit to the women? Oh, women can cook, men can cook. There are more chefs that are male than female.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about all these things about women and how they feel like they need things.
Now, that's the thing, right? If you had to sit down and argue about who does what, then that relationship isn't gonna be good.
No, not at all. Next.
Right? If you have to sit down and you're like, you know what, we need to sit down about chores, then that relationship is already in a bad start.
True.
Right? If your girlfriend is moving in with you, you gotta sit down and start talking about chores. Hey, you wash the dishes, I do the vacuuming. That relationship is already at a bad start.
True.
Now, if the female says, can I move in with you? Why? Because you know how to cook. That's a good start. That's a good start. Because you know, without you, she starves. That's the thought of today. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to go to that public chat room. And I urge anybody to join us in the public chat room. The link's on top, very white thing. Here, and Martin, point up. Point up. It's right above Martin. Right? That link. Join us in the Discord room, chat. I'm going to be there for a little bit. So if you want to chat, jump over to that room. I'm going to be there, finishing my cigars. So I'll see you guys there. And if any questions, ask us there. Chat, whatever. We'll be there. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining.